Hello everybody! Welcome back to another Metroid Prime stream. Alright, I guess without further ado, let's get back into this game. I'm still trying to mess around with audio levels, so let me know how it sounds on your guys' end. It's a little loud for me. I might want to turn it down, but again, I'm not sure. I have two of the exact same icons. This was our save. Myself down here. Alright, I think we can just get started. Yeah, I'm gonna mess around with the audio a little bit. I don't know if this is too loud or if it's too quiet. It sounds a little loud for me, but I'm literally having to talk over the music on my end. Also, I just realized now my frame rate is down. This always happens. Again, dual monitors. But hey everyone, welcome back. Yeah. Last time we played Metroid, it was about 2 weeks ago, I want to say. And I was literally on the verge of getting a horrible cold, which has taken me weeks to get over. Nah, I'm exaggerating. It was like a week, or like a weekend, and then the following week I was just so stuffed up. I think the audio is good. It looks good in the audio mixer. But again, I'll only know if you guys say anything, so. But yeah, I rushed into this game. I was like all stuffed up. I cringe going back at that old stream, at just how I sound. But it was funny because that weekend a lot of people got sick. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe there was just a flu in the air. But like every streamer I followed got sick that weekend. I thought it was just really funny. Alright, I guess picking up where we left off, we got the wave beam. We defeated that giant snow monster. Hello, Cass. Welcome to the stream. You were here last time when we played a little bit of this game before. I'm thinking I just kind of want to like actually play through it. Here, I'll move my model since I'm kind of blocking the chat. Also, I'm not sure what's going on with the module that I use to display chat on stream, but for whatever reason, I think every name is pink for me. And I'm not sure why. This guy's throwing stuff at me. Like if you watched the stream I did last week, the Turok and the Mountain Blade stream, everyone who chatted in that stream, their name was pink. Like a shade of pink. And I'm not exactly sure what's going on, if that was just a weird coincidence. So I don't know. I guess I'll find out, and I might have to fix it. I hope it's not a problem. I hope it's just coincidence. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like juking with these guys. Also, yeah, Cass, let me know how the audio is doing. I can't tell just by streaming. It looks good in the mixer. I don't know if it's too loud or if it's a little too quiet. Alright, so we now have the wave beam. So we can access anything, any door that's purple now. Very classic Metroidvania. Puzzles and backtracking. Upgrading art. We got an upgrade, so now we have to go back and check every single room that we missed the first time around. Can I even hurt these guys? I don't think I can. But yeah, if you're new to... Oh. Okay, I have to get rid of these guys. If you're new to me playing Metroid Prime, I'm currently playing it through an emulator. I'm playing it through Dolphin right now. So I'm literally playing with keyboard and mouse. That's how I'm able to like look around and stuff. It's also why my FOV is much higher than regular. The original Metroid Prime is on GameCube is almost unplayable. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore this guy because I'm doing a bad job at fighting him. But yeah, the original FOV like literally makes me motion sick. So yeah, I'm playing this literally on PC. I'm emulating it right now. It should be noted this is technically Prime Trilogy. This isn't just Prime 1. Actually, I'm just gonna destroy these guys. Because I can. Yeah, this Prime Trilogy was ported to the Wii. And so I'm using Dolphin Emulator to emulate the trilogy. I'm using Prime Hack, which is a famous emulator mod for Dolphin that lets you essentially play keyboard and mouse any game you want in the Prime trilogy, which is a pretty great way to play it, genuinely. Can I even get up there? I probably can. God. Guys are hurling stuff at me. I need to get my health back. Because yeah, like playing Metroid on the GameCube is, I think it's genuinely like borderline impossible. How do I break this then? There we go. But yeah, like, I own the game on GameCube. I bought it at a retro shop. Or no, I didn't. I bought the GameCube at a retro shop. I had to order Prime. It's because I wanted it so bad. But yeah, the controls are really hard for me to get used to. And I know it's not the game's fault. It came out in like 2002, like very early on, console-based first-person shooters. All right, the volume seems loud. I'm gonna turn it down just a little. It's loud for me at least. Hopefully this stream just doesn't become really like dead silent. But yeah, the controls are so weird. And it's weird because the GameCube controller, I know people say it is the best controller. I think it's all right. It's a little too small for me. But oh, I hate these bugs. But like nonetheless, it's a good design controller. Like, you know, the layout, the two sticks and buttons and stuff, it should work. Oh, this room, I remember this. Okay. It's all coming back to me, this game. But for whatever reason, like especially like with Metroid, like they didn't quite implement the controls as good as they could. It's very weird the way they implement it. Like, you have two sticks. You could easily implement the Halo control scheme, but they didn't do that. They implemented like a weird I guess it was pretty standard for console FPS games at the time, where one stick did everything, and then you could aim if you held still. But then Halo came along, and it was like, wow, this is actually how you implement that in a 3D space using a controller, the dual stick control scheme. I mean, say what you want about Halo, that game holds up controls wise. So yeah, like playing it on GameCube, an authentic GameCube, is just it's really hard to do. So I'd much rather play mouse and keyboard with a high FOV and in HD. Though it should be noted, I'm not playing with any HD textures. There are a few texture packs I've seen out there. I don't know how good they are. I'd be interested in trying it maybe. But I kind of don't mind. Like, this game, the textures in this game definitely look pretty rough, but like, it's an old game. Like, it doesn't really bother me the way it would bother some people. But I don't know. I think texture packs can look pretty good, but I don't really mind for Metroid Prime. There's like a hole down there. God. These fucking birds. But yeah, it's because I'm a PC elitist. So to me, like, mouse and keyboard is the way to go, hands down, and it will always be the way to go. But forget what I'm supposed to be doing here. It's kind of funny because, like, the controls, I think, do limit this game. It limits this game to a ton of people who would play it otherwise, which is why I love things like Prime Hack. Plus, like, I haven't emulated in so long. Like, I got into an emulation kick when I was younger. And I kind of phased out of it because I didn't have a proper computer for it. Like, I emulated SNES games, and those worked pretty fine. Or, I mean, those were easy to do because they're literally, you know, NES and SNES games. But yeah, now with my current PC, it's fun kind of going back and trying to emulate these tougher games. And it's neat seeing, like, all the, you know, like, the modding community and seeing all the stuff that they're able to do, like for GameCube games. Because I never grew up with a GameCube. For me, it was Xbox. So it's kind of fun, kind of going back and, you know, being able to play these games on a GameCube, which I do own now. But then also being able to emulate them at HD. All right, I think this is my least favorite part in the game, the whole Space Pirate section. I probably don't even have enough armor upgrades. Oh god. These things, I hate the Space Pirates. This guy's just, what is this guy doing? It's like running at me in a portal. But yeah, it is fun revisiting these games. Because I never experienced these as a kid. You know, which I imagine most, you know, probably most millennials did. But I'm not a millennial. I'm a full-blooded Zoomer. I never quite got into these as other people did. I guess I can eventually go back to here. Yeah, look, I can definitely go in there. Oh, do I have this? I have the spider ball, right? I totally forgot. I've forgotten all the upgrades that I have so far. Oh, there we go. That's classic emulator. No, I don't. Okay. I still need to get the spider ball. I totally forget how you do that. I'll find out. We'll find out together. That's the fun of Metroid Prime. But yeah, it's been so fun kind of going back and just being able to, like, mess around with these games. So I was never into emulation modding. But now it's kind of fun, like, I'm now experimenting with it. Like, I found, like, an HD texture pack for the original GameCube Animal Crossing. And it looks great. Like, it looks HD. It's amazing how, like, even with, you know, the low polygon graphics this generation, it still doesn't look too bad. Like, to me, like, an N64 game looks very dated. I'm looking at this game right now, Metroid Prime. This looks good. Like, all things considered. Alright, do I want to backtrack all the way back to that area? Nah, I think I'll go through with this. It'll be a little harder since I only have 2 bars of health. But hey, I'm an FPS pro gamer. Because yeah, there's like texture packs. Like I'm looking at Samus's armor right there. There's texture packs to make it look a little higher res. Yeah, you can see like the aliasing, like on her legs and on her shoulders and stuff. But yeah, I don't mind. And like as far as like this is a 2002 game. Like as far as I'm concerned, it looks great. Alright, I'm really getting my butt kicked. Luckily, I can pick up health. And it is funny how, like, I'm playing with keyboard and mouse. So I guess I should explain. So technically, I'm not emulating GameCube. I'm emulating the Wii. So this was Metroid Prime Trilogy. It was a remaster of all 3 games for the Wii. And the reason I'm emulating this is because Prime Hack, the mod that essentially makes these games playable with mouse and keyboard and a customizable FOV, uses Prime Trilogy. So the reason it does that... Should I turn the... I keep seeing my audio mixer and the volume is still pretty loud. But the reason the reason Prime Hack uses this version of the game is because the Wii version... In the GameCube, you were restricted in looking around. Like, you could look left and right. No, you could actually you would just turn left and right. So, like, you couldn't strafe. That's what you had to right-click. Or, I say right-click. You had to lock on to enemies, and then you could jump around and strafe around them. If you wanted to look up or down, you had to hold a separate button, just so you could look up and down. It was so tedious. So what the Wii did is they used the Wiimote, the motion controls, to look around. And normally this cursor, this green cursor, would kind of be moving around all over the screen. But what Prime Hack does is it locks it to the center of the screen. So it works just like a regular crosshair, like in any other video game. So it's funny because now this just becomes the definitive way to play the game. Like, if this were ever ported to any Nintendo systems, this is how it should play. Not even like the Wii version, just this version. Like, a version that locks your cursor to the center of the screen and plays like a traditional FPS game. But, who knows? Who knows if they're ever going to port it to Switch. I doubt they will. I don't think they will. Even with Prime 4, which as far as I'm concerned is just shovelware at this point. Or vaporware. Sorry, not shovelware. Probably vaporware, though. Won't surprise me. Uh-oh. I think things are going to kick off in here. Oh, God. I do like the shock beam, though, because I can stun them. Although I can't wait to eventually get the ice beam. That's pretty good. It is funny how good this game feels when you play it like a modern, like, PC FPS game. Which kind of goes to show, like, even with the GameCube and the Wii, the limited hardware that they had, you know, Retro Studios, they were able to do quite a lot with their engine. But yeah, I'm still able to lock on, like you can see right here. Makes it a little easier to, especially strafing. But yeah, it's just utter chaos right now. I think I'm gonna turn down the volume just a little. That whole battle, I was like having to talk over it. Okay, again though, I'm just worried it's gonna be quiet. I did that once to one of the indie games that I played. I turned the volume all the way down, and you couldn't even hear like the music. So, also I'm worried every time I Alt Tab, there's a chance that my monitor's refresh rate resets. Again, I think I mention it every stream because every stream it happens, but anyone who owns a Windows 10 computer with dual monitors knows exactly what I'm talking about. Specifically, if one of the monitors is at a higher frame rate than 60. Like I'm running this on a 144 hertz monitor. The game is running at 60. Because of course it is. That's the most this game was able to run at. But my Windows 10 doesn't like monitors with higher refresh rates. So I have to essentially deal with it. Oh God. Oh, that actually kind of scared me. This game would probably be pretty scary as a kid. If I played this as a little kid, I'd get scared. I mentioned it last stream, I played a lot of Prime Hunters as a kid. The DS port. Did I properly scan these guys? No, I guess I didn't. Yeah, Space Pirate, we know. Yeah, I played a lot of Prime Hunters as a kid, and that game definitely scared me. Even though it shouldn't, because replaying it is just, like, garbage. I mentioned it last stream, but that's a game I definitely want to emulate on using, like, a DS emulator. I'm kind of going through, like, a Nintendo, not a retro kick, but more of, like, a, 6th, 7th, and maybe 8th generation kick. Are we on the 8th generation? That was Xbox One, right? Xbox One, PS4. I guess like GameCube up until like the 3DS. That's kind of those are all the Nintendo games that I missed out on. I might get a 3DS. I've always wanted to like get one, just because I know there's plenty of pretty good games on there. Plus, I get to buy third party, so Nintendo doesn't get any of my money. Shouldn't say that. I should say that on stream. But they're pretty expensive. I'm not paying a couple $100 just for a handheld that is outdated at this point. I might as well save my money for the, friggin' Steam Deck. But it is fun. It is fun kind of going back at old hardware. The Nintendo era, that was kind of like, it's funny because that was the era like I know Nintendo for, like GameCube and Wii. But like, especially like 3DS, like I missed out on that era. I never had a 3DS. And even at the time I was like, I kind of knew at the time like just how lame Nintendo was. And I guess not necessarily lame, more like bordering on how evil they were. I was already on like, at that point I was already on the PC. I was playing like Doom WODs. I was like playing all these old FPS games. The PC Master Race had essentially taken hold of me. So, yeah, I'm not like a Nintendo fan, but I, in all fairness, I will appreciate a good Nintendo game. I think their business practices are horrible, but I can respect their developers. Because Nintendo, it comes off as like a business that's run by the suits, who are all like, I wouldn't call them like out of touch. They're out of touch for some stuff. They're clearly just in it for the money, and I mean, of course they are. They're a business. You can tell they have a plenty of like dedicated developers, like creative developers, who just want to make the best game they can, as opposed to like even other studios. Which is why some of their games are, pretty good, and some, are just kind of shovelware. What is this thing? Like a map of the solar system. Profile quarantine. Rife with Else? A sentient gaseous global exterminator virus. Okay. What is that planet? Sabes. I don't know if you pronounce that. Or making ideal for subterranean construction. Inhospitable. Something about space pirate forces. Talon 4. Biological paradise prior to the impact of an extraterrestrial object. The remains of the biosphere slowly fading due to the exposure phase on radiation. Be a barren class 13 wasteland in approximately 25 years. Oh, that's kind of sad. I do like this though. I'm a nerd for all this sci-fi stuff. Like just reading about planets. I don't know. I love that. That was one of the... I showed off one of the video games that I made. I made another video game. I don't know if I'll show that one off. It's like a... It's like a choose your own adventure game. It uses Twine, if you guys know what that is, which is basically like... It's like a choose your own adventure game engine. all text-based pretty much. But I was able to put like images and stuff. I basically made like a visual novel, but it was super in-depth, and it was about astronauts stranded. God, what was it, like 50 light years away from Earth, which isn't that far. I don't know what this is, but the whole goal of the game was getting back home. So, a super missile. Oh, I remember this. Okay. 5 missiles, the power beam, press and hold. Yep. Okay. I totally forget how you fire a missile. I should probably figure that out at some point. God, I have this this is an emulator, so one of these keys is binded to my keyboard, and I totally forget which one it is. Nope, that's crouch. F. Of course it's F. I'm guessing this is a save room. Yep. But yeah, the whole goal of the game was essentially tracking your way back home. And you had to man it. You had fuel, so you had to, every trip had to count. You couldn't go back. You would use up one fuel. If you used up too much fuel, you'd get stranded in deep space. That was one of the bad endings. There's also like a wormhole. So if you studied enough gravitational anomalies that I just made up, you'd be able to get home faster. It was a dumb game. It's a game I could probably expand upon, but for what I made, it was just very simple. But a lot of coding, more coding than other people did, that other people do for a Twine game. A lot of if-then statements and nests, but it was kind of fun. And yeah, I had to come up with all these like fake planets, or they were real planets, like straight up real planet. I used a space engine to just go in and find nearby planets and just kind of plot out, you know, use the names and kind of use what type of planets they are. And I was also kind of creative with what they were. It was fun using all these like sci-fi terms, like real science terms. My favorite planet so far, my favorite type of planet I've ever learned about, came from that, and it's called a Chthonian planet. Chthonian planet. It's like CTHONIAN, I think. And it's essentially a gas giant that's either too close to its sun, or the sun is just too hot, and it burns away its gas atmosphere. So what you have left is like the metal rock core. So it resembles like a normal planet, but what you're actually staring at is like the dead core of a gas giant. So it's like if Jupiter, you know, if the sun became a red giant and Jupiter like burned away, there'd still be like a rocky core there, kind of like resembling like a normal terrestrial world. That's what a Chthonian planet would be. I thought that was such a cool concept. I've never seen that in any other like science fiction media. I love that stuff because it's a hypothetical concept, but it's grounded in reality. And I love that. I'm a sci-fi nerd. Oh boy. We're in for a major set piece, I'm pretty sure. The part where we have to get, what is it, night vision or like thermal vision? I've played Metroid Prime up to a point, and then I haven't continued. So oh, this part. This whole stream is just me saying, oh, this part. Uh-oh. I like how gangly they look. Like they don't look particularly threatening. And honestly, I love sci-fi. I kind of like how childish Metroid Prime sci-fi is. Like the idea of space pirates, and they're like this multi-alien, just kind of conglomerate, like space pirates. They're like just like this nebulous term of these like alien bug / lizard people. They also, you know, like Ridley's also a space pirate, so he's one of them. So they also have like dragons apparently. It's fun. It's like a little, you know, like a kid's storybook, and I kind of like that. Doesn't take itself too seriously. I don't mind sci-fi that does, but something, you know, the little kid in me kind of likes that. What is that? Why is that box a different color? It was explosive. All right, I'm going to turn down the volume some more because that whole set piece was way too loud on my end. There we go. I think that'll work. Just give myself some water. But yeah, what was I saying before? Oh, Nintendo. Yeah, recently I've been in like a kind of Nintendo kick, like playing all the Nintendo games I missed out on. You know, both through emulation and through actual physical copies. I'd love to get a 3DS at some point and just replay all the 3DS games that I missed. Or even just have it in like my collection. 'Cause that's what I did with my GameCube. Because now I have a GameCube. Oh god, this section. The Metroid. The titular enemy. I do like Samus's armor though. Even as a kid, I was like, that armor's awesome. Because remember, I grew up with Halo. So to me, like, sci-fi armor is just awesome. And this especially is awesome. Oh god, he's loose. Oh god, now we're gonna get more. Oh, just more space pirates. I don't mind that. Yeah, this is where keyboard and mouse makes it a lot easier. Just because this like plays like a regular FPS game. I can't imagine playing this on a GameCube controller or a Wii controller, like a Wiimote. It sounds like impossible to me. But hey, I guess some people have played it like this. I guess this was the original way to play it. But not for me. Uh-oh. I see a bunch of Metroids, I think. I see one. I bet this guy's gonna break out of his cage. Maybe not. He's not showing up as an enemy on the radar. The door there. Is there anything else? No. Alright. Go down. Oh god. I do hope eventually, like, I'd love... Oh god, there's a guy right here. So this is where the lights are about to turn off. Although I think I have to get to the bottom, so... Oh boy. Yeah, the lock-on isn't quite as good. It's not as, like, accurate as I'd want. Sometimes I just lock on to someone, you know, completely different bad guy. Yeah, like areas like these, like you can definitely see the limitations of the hardware. Like because you know this whole area is supposed to like have supposed to like the lighting's gonna turn off in just a sec. So we're about to see, you know, in pitch black, but clearly it's GameCube technology, so who knows how well that's actually gonna hold up. Also, if I remember correctly, we're gonna have to fight all these guys. That's not gonna be fun. But yeah, like as I said with Nintendo, I was never a Nintendo kid. I wasn't like I wasn't one of those like cringy, I'm not cringy like 30-year-old guy talks about his love of Mario. Not like Bob Chipman. I enjoyed some Nintendo games. Never was like the biggest fan. Still am. I'm very skeptical of Nintendo. I think people give it a little too much leeway. Just because they've like they think they've like segmented, or they've placed Nintendo in a part of their mind that's associated with their childhood, which makes it really hard to criticize. It's like, because now you criticize Nintendo, you're basically criticizing their childhood. All three force field objects. What does that mean? Oh, okay. Oh, do I need an ice weapon? I think I do. I had no idea. So I went through this whole area for, oh wait, no, there's an area over there. There we go. Never mind, I thought this whole area was for naught. Now what? Oh, there. So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to scan a bunch of terminals around here, right? Is that what I have to do? Yeah, it is. Okay. That's one thing. Looking back on this game, that's one thing I think has aged a little badly. The overuse of scanning. Um, it'd be neat as just an inclusion, but the fact that they make it like a core component part of the game kind of makes it annoying. Like, it'd be cool to have this just on the side. Like, I could play the game normally, but hey, maybe I'm a nerd who wants to know all the lore. Oop, pop up my scanner. I can read all about the dumb details and stuff. Because I do dig that. Like the world building. I just think the scanner gimmick gets a little old pretty fast. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Nintendo. I keep getting off topic. I just talk about random stuff. That entire week to think of stuff to talk about. Um, since 2 weeks since I last played this game. I mean, I've streamed since then, but talked about Metroid Prime in 2 weeks. Here we go. So is it the visor? Yeah, it is. Thermal. Trying to mess around with my camera stand. Okay, so how do I do this? There's like a weird hotkey combination you have to put on my on your keyboard. Yeah, there we go. So it's E. I have to hold E and then press. Oh God. Okay, this is the part of the game I remember not liking. But yeah, with Nintendo, like, I don't hold any special nostalgia for Nintendo. I don't. I don't see it any differently like as any other company. But like any other company, if they make a good game, I'll probably like it. And it's funny because, to me, like a perfect FPS game is like Halo or maybe Doom or Quake. Like, you know, very active, sandbox-based FPS. A lot of running around, a lot of movement. You do they call it like the Doom dance. And it's funny how like this, little Nintendo game is able to give me that same enjoyment. And I mentioned last stream, the fact that this game is very different. Like the fact that it is a Metroidvania game. Oh God. I don't know how to get rid of this. I jumped to my death. Oh, there we go. Like jumped all the way down. God, those things take way too much damage. It is kind of funny how like the titular bad guys of the series are just like these dumb little like floating squid parasites. Like it's such a cool name, Metroid. It's a Metroid. It's the Metroid Prime. Just like this jellyfish looking thing. But yeah, like it is. I have a lot of respect for Metroid Prime just because I'm an FPS fan and it's a good game. It's a well-made FPS game. And I think me being like a hardcore FPS fan kind of makes me appreciate it more because of how unique it is compared to other FPS games. Like I love this formula, you know, this Metroidvania, you know, you collect upgrades, you backtrack. Oh god, this part. I can't even tell what I'm shooting at. This whole area you just have to like wear a dumb thermal mask. It's like turned into a Rainbow Six game, basically. That's kind of creepy, how that guy was just hanging on the ceiling there. I hope if they do, I'm still under the assumption that they might not do Prime 4, that it might just be canceled before release. I mean, let's be fair, it's Nintendo. Who knows what could happen? Um, but if they do it, I kind of want them to add a little more horror. How do I get in here? How do I access this this little tank right here? I have to use the Mega Missile, maybe? Nope. Oh, it was, huh? There we go. Look at that. A whole new 100 points. But yeah, as like a diehard FPS fan, it is fun to like play these games that do something a little different. I think that's why I like it more. Like, more than even Metroid fans. I know a lot of people who grew up on the 2D Metroid games. God, that's a rail that I can't get to. Yeah, and let me know if I'm wrong about this, but I've seen so much animosity towards the Prime series from like 2D purists. And I don't know, to me this game is amazing. Amazing, it's great. It's a good FPS game, and you know, I'll admit I haven't played. I played a little bit of Super Metroid. 2D games just aren't my jam. That, you know, that era wasn't my era. Um, there we go. So now we can see. I don't know what that whole thing accomplished. Am I gonna have to go back eventually with a ice cannon? Just to eventually get there? But yeah, as someone who likes FPS games, I am able to appreciate Metroid Prime. I don't even know what the whole purpose of that area was. It should say something like, when even, you know, I like this game. It kind of goes to show, you know, there's a little more to this than just being a Metroid fan. Like, anyone can appreciate this game. And I mean, this is the highest selling Metroid game out there. Prime 1, I think, is the best selling sales-wise of the series. So, but yeah, if they do Prime 4, I wish they add more horror to it. Like, make it scary. Make it scary in some parts. We talked about it last stream, but if they do a Prime 4, it just needs to be Prime 1 again. The point of this room. Don't do... Like, I was looking back at Prime 3. I really dislike the story in that game. Like, how it's just annoying and in your face. And it doesn't feel like Metroid. It doesn't feel... I love this game because it's creepy and it's quiet. And you're by yourself the entire game. Which is how a Metroid game should be. Love the little details like that, like this theme. That's what Prime 4 should be. This area is still completely pitch black. The glow stick. God. This area. Oh, God. If I was a kid, this would scare the crap out of me. Even not like the using a thermal visor. It's so weird and creepy. I'm shocked that Nintendo gave the green light on this game. Of like, yeah, we'll let the guys who made fucking Turok Dinosaur Hunter make a Metroid game. And they did. Speaking of Turok, we're gonna play that. I'm gonna stream that tomorrow night. Ready for Turok. I can see a little bit in this room, but so I forget what this. Oh god, what is the? Now I'm trying to remember what the studio is called. Oh god, Andy, you're gonna embarrass yourself. Now I have to quick look it up. They're doing a showcase tomorrow. They own a bunch of like retro FPS titles and franchises. Like they own New Blood at this point, I'm pretty sure. They also own, I don't know if they own Night Dive, but they own some of the games that Night Dive has remastered. One of those is Turok. We played Turok Dinosaur Hunter, also known as Turok EX. It was a remaster by Night Dive. And so they're doing like their event tomorrow. God, what's the name? Realms Deep 2021. That they're doing that tomorrow. They have a sale going on, which I highly recommend people to check out. Realms Deep Steam sale. It's from August 12th to the 15th. Bunch of amazing FPS games are selling for dirt cheap. Just get as many of those games as you can. They're all like classic gems. Can't see. Is that a robot? What is that? It is. I can't tell what that is. I can't tell what I'm looking at. I'm like shooting at like a dark form. My screen's all fuzzy, so I can't see. God, that was annoying. But yeah, they're hosting their event tomorrow. It's important to know they own a bunch of properties. Like old FPS properties. They own Turok, apparently. And in their they have a little cover art because they're gonna, I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow, where they're gonna announce a bunch of new games. God, look how creepy that is, by the way. I hate to interrupt myself, which I constantly do. Look at these guys just hanging there. That is creepy. You can't even see them. But they're in their little promo image, they included a picture of Turok. Specifically, Talset from Dinosaur Hunter, that character. And, you know, Dinosaur Hunter and Turok 2, they've been available for a long time at this point. Like a few years. So it's got people speculating, like, why would they be teasing... Why would they be teasing that property specifically when it's already out and it's been out for a while? So the rumor is there's going to be a new Turok thing, which I am very excited for. Some people have said they're going to remaster a new Turok game. Because there's a bunch of Turok games out there that just haven't... They've either haven't been ported to the PC or they haven't had a good PC port at least. Like their port is very dated. Like that was the case for Dinosaur Hunter. Like it was ported to the PC, but it wasn't a bad port, but it was very clunky. So that's the rumor. The rumor is they're going to bring another Turok game to PC, which I'm totally on board with. But for those who don't know, so there's like a kind of a story to the Turok games, and you play as like you play as a different character in Turok 2, and then it kind of moves on. I think you play as the same character throughout. So Dinosaur Hunter is what I'm trying to get at is Dinosaur Hunter, the first game, is the only one where you play as Talset, who's a specific character. He's kind of like, I made a video about Turok a long time ago, and I said he's the equivalent of if Doom Guy took on the Turok title. He's kind of like, no, he doesn't really talk, or he does talk, but he's stoic, and he doesn't really demand a few words. And he's kind of just like a self-insert for the player. Like, that's his purpose. And he's only in that one game. But in the promo art, at least to me, it looked like he was the one in there. Like, he was in the promo art. Not a different Turok incarnation. Which would be the case if they were remastering another Turok game. Like, to me, it specifically looks like Talset. That guy from Dinosaur Hunter. And so, Dinosaur Hunter is already remastered. It's already on every system, too. Like, it's even on the Switch. I own it on the Switch. It's actually not a bad port. But I prefer PC, of course. But it's interesting that they'd include that in the promo art, because his game has been out for years. If they remaster a new game, they're not going to include Talset in the cover art. They're going to include a different protagonist, which says to me they might be planning something brand new for the Turok series. And we haven't had a Turok game since the terrible, terrible reboot back in 2008, if anyone remembers that. It was just called Turok 08, as I like to refer to it. Gosh, I hope they do something new with it. I would love that. A brand new Turok game. And if they're using Talset, again, I only looked at the promo art like briefly. It looked just like Talset. It might be a different guy. But if they're using Talset, that probably means they're gonna be that game is whatever game they're probably making. It's gonna be very Dinosaur Hunter inspired, which means it's gonna play like Dinosaur Hunter, which I would love. I would love for that to be the case. Here we go. How do I break through this? Don't I just... There we go. That took me so long to figure out the first time. I hate to admit that. There we go. But yeah, if they're making a new Turok game and it's Dinosaur Hunter inspired, that is the best game to choose, because it's a very... We played it last stream. I'm gonna play some more tomorrow. It's a very interesting type of game. It kind of plays like a platformer, I made a joke. It feels like Quake crossed with Super Mario 64, where you have this awesome old school action that plays like Quake or Doom, like an old school FPS game. But then you also have like this multi-level design where you have to hunt for keys to unlock new levels. Oh god, this area. I have to boost just to get through it. Just really, it holds up like as an old school FPS game, but it's also kind of doing something different. Oh god, another boss. All right. All right, game. Take some water before we get this started. I'm also going to turn down the volume. I feel like I'll have to talk over myself during this entire set piece. But yeah, I'd love another Turok game. Like a Dinosaur Hunter 2 specifically. Because I made a ton of Turok games, but they got progressively more different and weirder. Not weird, just kind of more generic, I guess. I'd love just a Dinosaur Hunter 2. I hate to say it, I kind of dislike Turok 2. The level design in that just annoyed me. So I wanted a if I wanted new Turok game, I wanted to play like Dinosaur Hunter. That's just my preferences. Oh, this guy. It's like the rock monster from Galaxy Quest. Build a what was it? Build a rudimentary lathe. Like, what does it want? What is its motivation? What does it want? Oh, that's a good movie. Now I'm just thinking of Alan Rickman. Oh, it is exactly like the rock monster from Galaxy Quest. Um. All right, let's actually scan this fucker. Right as he's doing his attack, I love how it pauses. Stores integrity can encase large ice. Formidable opponent. I don't remember if it matters what beam type I use. I don't think it does. God, I suck at like not getting frozen. I wish I could jump out of the way better. I dislike how hard it is to do that. But yeah, this is where mouse and keyboard is a lot easier. Because look at this, I don't even have to lock on. I can just shoot at his fucking leg. Although I'm taking a ton of damage. Oh, there we go. I can collect health from those rocks. Ah, perfect. I'm just thinking of Galaxy Quest. I'm not thinking of anything else at this point. Oh god. He does his like Sonic roll. There we go. Where's that? What part of... Oh, it's his arm. Okay. I was going to say, it's hard to tell. I can't... It's hard to dodge that ice attack. I don't know what this battle is like on GameCube. Because again, this is the Wii port. But God, I can't imagine playing this without keyboard and mouse. I really can't. I guess it didn't do any damage, did it? It is hard to see, like, if I'm hitting or not. It doesn't look like I am. He's got, like, a weird hitbox. Come on, show your arm. There we go. I have to, like, get to his side. There we go. I do like how you can shoot him as he's rolling around. Oh, God. Like, juking me out. Like, this is pretty cool. Like, this is a 2002, like, FPS. Like, you didn't have any of these in FPS games. I don't think you did. The closest I can think of is, like, maybe Serious Sam, if that even counts. You had giant bosses and enemies in that game, but you didn't have, like, these, you know, super choreographed boss battles. It's pretty neat. It's a very neat game. I think I have to just double jump for those. Like, strafing just doesn't work. There we go. So now is his other arm. Perfect. Yeah. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, I was talking about Turok. Yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, definitely check out the Steam sale. There's a ton of FPS games. I'm shocked at just how widespread that company is. If it even is one company, or if it is just a few other developers working together, because it's literally like the FPS company, where they have all these retro FPS throwbacks. Like they have Dusk, they have a Medieval, so many games, and they have like the Turok remaster. It's like classics too. I guess while we're talking about rumored games that are supposedly in development, apparently Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas might be getting remasters. If that's the case, that would be pretty awesome. Oh god, how many more phases is left? Is there one more? God, he can summon lightning. I don't know what he's doing. There it is. Alright, his other leg. Artis. I just realized he has a health bar, and he's not even halfway dead. Come on, show yourself. At least it's easier to hit, though. Kinda. Smashing my mouse furiously. Yeah, I'd love for a GTA remaster. I don't mind how the old GTA games look. I think they hold up pretty well. But it's just the engine. Like, running the game. Oh, God. Running the game is so difficult. Oh, it's his whole back, is it? What is that? Yeah, because I guess of those three games, my favorite is definitely Vice City. I just love that, Miami Vice aesthetic. It looks really cool. And yeah, I made an effort like a couple years ago to play through the game on PC, and I've added a ton of mods. I added like a controller mod that let you essentially use analog acceleration and throttle for driving. If you don't know the original game, it was the A button to drive, I think. So it was a binary input, like it wasn't trigger driving like we're used to. But there's tons of mods out there, and someone made a mod that makes it play like that. And I installed a bunch of mods like performance and optimization mods, like not to change the game, but just to make it play better. So if they're making, because you're working with like this ancient engine, whatever Rockstar used to make all those games, and it is very dated. So allegedly they're moving on to the Unreal Engine, which isn't a bad idea, honestly. They mentioned that it's going to be a mix of old and new graphics, which I actually kind of like. I like that they aren't fully remastering it. Since we're talking about Turok 2 is a good example of the remastering I think they're kind of talking about, where all the models and textures are kind of the same, except they've added new features like bloom and lighting and, some new, like, essentially like shadows and stuff, like dynamic lighting, if I remember correctly. So it looks kind of like the original game, but it just looks, you know, there's a little better lighting to it. I swear to God, that hitbox just sometimes doesn't hit. Oh God, he like keeps juking me. But yeah, I'd love a GTA remaster. I'd love to play through Vice City without having to worry about how finicky it feels just to play it. Like, look at that. That just passed right through it. I guess I should use lock on. Alright, how much longer is left to defeat this dumb boss? Yeah, because if they're it doesn't sound like it's going to be a full remaster, just that they're slightly enhanced. They're probably going to enhance some of the visuals. It's definitely going to be in HD, probably going to run at a higher frame rate. That was another problem, is the old Vice City especially had problems running at like a higher frame rate than 30. So I imagine they're going to mess around with that. They're definitely gonna add in like a modern control scheme. Like I mentioned before, I had to install a mod for trigger driving. That's probably just gonna be included in the engine, in the game. Um, and it's just probably gonna be like slightly improved lighting. Like we're gonna see bloom, better draw distance. Um, Otherwise, like models and you know that old style is probably gonna be retained through the remaster, which I think is a good way to go through it. Like I wouldn't, I don't want a GTA Vice City like with brand new graphics. I kind of like the way it looks already. Because if they did the whole game with new graphics, they might as well just make a brand new GTA game set in Vice City as opposed to remaking the old one. As Rockstar, they've embraced the idea of oh, is this a spider ball? They've embraced the idea of like revisiting their cities in games as opposed to just remaking the same game. Like GTA 4 is a very different game to GTA 3. Um, GTA 5 is very different to San Andreas. So, it's weird that like I don't think they've done remasters like this before. So where do I need to go? I'm guessing go that way, but I can probably get over there to this other door. There's also an area over there. I don't think I can get to it. Did I come in through that way? I can't tell. No, I didn't. I came in through that way. But like a little hole there, I think. Oh, that's a grapple. Okay, yep. I'm gonna have to unlock the grapple hook for that. But yeah, I think it's a good idea to remaster those games because like it is just engine limitations. That engine, for whatever reason, has really optimized poorly on modern hardware. Um, Plus things like draw distance, especially. I'd love to see GTA Vice City without having all the pop in and the fog. Same with San Andreas. I just like Vice City more. I think I love that map, like just that world. Um, they say it's probably gonna be, you know, gonna come at the end of 2021, at the end of this year, I think. Did I misread that? Was it 2021 or 2022? I could have sworn it was the end of this year. Um, which I would very much prefer, because that means I'd totally be able to stream it. I'd 100% do. I'd love to stream some Vice City. And if I streamed Vice City, I wouldn't want to do it. It would suck to go through the hassle of having to add in a bunch of mods and like fan patches. I'd want to I can't go through that door. I'd want to It'd be nice to have like an official remaster, just to make my job a little easier. As I'll be, I'll be fully honest in saying that. But yeah, it'd be fun to play through that. Like play that on stream with you guys. That'd be a long recurring game I could keep coming back to. Otherwise, if the remaster is just a rumor, like it's not real, I'm totally planning on playing Vice City like sometime in the future. Where am I? All right, I'm ways away from the other discovered areas. What is this door? Oh, save spot. Should have known. So yeah, like we might be getting a new Turok remaster. I don't know if that is tomorrow. I hope it is, because I'm doing my stream tomorrow night. So if it is tomorrow, I'll know by tomorrow night as I'm doing the Turok stream. It'd be very cool. I always forget about these. Oh, I love this music though. Oh god, this area. Did I get any health from that? I guess not. Alright. Where to? Where to? Where to? Oh, there's a little room back there that I missed apparently. Oh wait a minute. I guess I can't even access it. I need to somehow figure out how to go onto lava as my morph ball. What? Where? You can go right or left. Oh, what's right? I kind of want to see what's over there. I'm guessing left just leads back to the other caverns. Yeah, it'd be nice to have like a good GTA remaster, because we haven't gotten one before, have we? Oh, this area is just blocked off. Is it? Oh, I like that's a good touch. Thermal, like everything's hot. Um, oh, I guess it is blocked off pretty good. And even if I got through, yeah, I need that ice beam. I forget where you acquire the ice beam. I've totally forgotten how to get that. Um, I don't know how to access that tunnel because there's just lava there. Um, I don't know if there's a morph ball upgrade to defend against lava. I haven't made it that far in this game. But hey, I guess we'll find out. I'm not even sure where to go. So I now have purple beam and spider ball. So I gotta look for areas that let me utilize one of those two. It's easy to look for the purple beam. As I can just see, there's none of it. No other areas on this entire map. Oh. I can't hit these guys. There we go. Oh god. Can I even get up there? Guess not. It's weird just going through these areas, like seeing up, you know, places you can only get with upgrades. Come on, crush him. Nice. Yeah, but it's weird seeing just areas that you can't get to, like with upgrades, and thinking to yourself, like, God, I'm gonna have to backtrack all the way back here, aren't I? Haven't I been here before? Swear I have. Probably should have taken that escape elevator back there. I'll take the one to Talon Overworld though. I do like how when you blow those guys up, their heads just explode. That's pretty awesome. That never gets old, honestly. Yeah, it'd be nice to have her. Oh, this is why. Okay. This area I think was locked off. Wasn't there another area? Or was this it with the spider ball? No, this was it. Okay. There's an area I remember before that was locked off, but it had this track. I guess this was this area. I don't know if there's any other spider ball place in here. I'm sure like diehard Metroid fans are like, you're forgetting about that part. I don't know. I'm playing the game the way I play it. Just kind of exploring on my own. I'm like squeaking in my like leather chair. It's faux leather, shitty gaming chair. All right. Where am I? I still don't even have the plasma beam. All right, where? Trying to get a bearings of where the fuck I am. Oh, okay. So there's. Okay, now I know. So that's the crash site. Still don't have the ice beam. I forget where you get the ice beam. I could go for a hint right now. I don't see any purple beam areas. I'm sure there's plenty in the those ruins. Oh god. But yeah, I don't know if I necessarily say I'm excited for a Prime 4. Um I guess now I can turn the volume up just a little. Oh, once again, frame rate takes a nosedive. But yeah, I don't know if I'd want a Prime 4. Or like if I'm as excited about it as other people are. I mean, I'd much rather a Prime 4 than what we're getting, which is Dread. I'm one of those people. If you want to hate me even more. But like, I mean, yeah, I'm open to the idea of it being a good game, but is that actually going to happen though? That's the real question. Because Nintendo, I mean, let's be fair, they haven't made a good Metroid game. Probably since, I know some people who'd say like since Prime 2. I don't know. I wouldn't argue. I mean, Prime 3 isn't too bad. It's a good game, not a good Metroid game. But Other M, I don't even want to talk about that game. That might be one of the worst. Like, that's a good example of in like video game development courses, they need to teach, young game developers what not to do if they're somehow supposed to be rebooting a franchise. That's what they need to, that needs to be the example of what not to do. Of like, all right, don't get rid of the core elements of what people like about your series. Don't make your silent protagonist who's never talked before just talk in cutscenes. And don't turn her into a wimp. There's a lot of stuff you could do. You could learn about from Other M. But God, that is so weird. I know there's like a small contingent of people who are adamant that game is pretty good. Everyone knows. I don't want to bring him up. Everyone knows about Dobson. Which, if you don't know who he is, he's the creepy fetish comic maker. He's like a creepy 40-year-old guy. Who, God, I don't know if I want to even say the Dobson story. It's like talking about Chris Chan. Like, I don't want to go into a deep dive here. Basically, he's a creepy comic book artist who's very I guess I should just say he's very weird towards women. That's all I'll explain about that. And he loved Other M to the point where he despises people who like Prime. Like, he despises people who like the best game in the series. He's one of those people. I think people explain, like, he associates FPS games with jocks, like high school jocks, and dude bros. And as the theory goes, people think that he probably got bullied by one of these jocks. So, I don't know. I don't want to talk about Andrew Dobson. Can I make that? No, I can't. You leave me alone, dude. How do I get over there? Oh, yeah. I'm dumb. There's a little track right there. But yeah, he's the type of person I think of people who Other M was made for. I'll be honest, I think I haven't played Other M. I've only seen walkthroughs of it, and I think he probably liked it just because of how easy it was. I'll be fully honest about that. Oh, okay, this area. All right. I don't know if I'll be able to get through this. Yeah, I don't have enough. Yeah, this is the area with the rockets, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Purple door down there. Oh, I love just seamless, like, transition to underwater. Not a lot of games can pull that off. Oh shit, I don't even have the gravity suit. All right. I'm at a loss. I don't know where to go. Almost like I'm playing a Metroid game. I can go through there. There's a purple door right there. Wait, I guess I have the whole map unlocked, or like the view of it, which means I'd see any rooms that I don't have access to. Can I really not make that? I guess I'm not supposed to, am I? Yeah. Wait. It should tell me if I can't. I guess not. Usually it tells you, and then I think it gives you a hint, which is what I was kind of hoping would happen. But I guess not. I guess the game is too hard for me. I guess I'm the real Dobson here. For those of you who have no fucking clue what I'm talking about, go to the Tumblr hypocrisy of Andrew Dobson. Literally just that, hypocrisy of Andrew Dobson, or just hit Dobson Tumblr. That is an amazing Tumblr. It's run by one guy. I spent like an entire afternoon just reading through it, And he catalogs everything about who Dobson is and why people despise him. Like, he's bullied people. He bullies kids. He's like attacked kids. Like on his social media. And he's just generally like a hateful person. Like, he's the kind of person I aspire to never be. And he's very egotistical too. He's a very interesting character study. And I don't even mean that in like a bullying way. Like, he has a very interesting mind. And I'm always fascinated by how he thinks and how he acts to people. He is a jerk. Like, he's a bully. But he has like this victim complex. I don't know. I guess I'm talking way too much about it. I probably shouldn't. It's like a topic that no one but me, maybe a few other people are gonna understand. But I wish more people talked about him. To me, he is as interesting as Christian is. He has a lot of interesting stuff about him. Oh god, I forgot. Totally forgot. Ugh. Alright, so I can't go through this area. Now, what do I do? This is... Yeah, I needed a grapple hook, which I totally forgot. I am at a loss. Alright. Classic Metroid Prime. Completely lost now. I know at some point I can go underwater, but that's not for a while. I definitely need the ice beam by then. I vaguely remember having it. Oh, there's a... Wait a minute. A little crack down there. How do I get down there? The rail. Oh! I didn't even know I could do that. Hold on. Oh, that's awesome. I literally had no idea you could do that. That's pretty awesome. You have to admit. Game is pretty awesome. Oh, more missiles. I forget how many missiles you need for that one room. Basically, you have to destroy like blocks of the tower, and they fall down. But you have to do it all at once, otherwise it resets. And you need a lot. You need like 60 missiles, I want to say. Like, no joke. Probably more than that, honestly. Like 80 maybe? I think it was 80, actually, yeah. Alright, I'm just running through these guys. Screw these guys. Alright, where to next? So, area's a no-go. That area is also a no-go. I need to look for a place with a spider ball, maybe? But I'm not seeing any... Like, these parts of the map are blue. I haven't explored them, so I'm not seeing any other areas that I could have missed. Wait a minute. That looks like a doorway I don't have. Oh, alright. I think I'm going to go over there. Was there? I'm looking for any doorways that don't lead to anywhere. That's all I'm looking for. Most of this area is filled out, except for this tiny area over here. The one doorway that leads to nowhere. Ah, alright, I'm gonna have to go over there. Okay. What is the best route? Back the way I came. Okay. Yeah, through the tree room. Maybe save along the way, so I don't have to repeat this part. Honestly, I only save just in case the emulator crashes, just so I can reload it. It is cool though. I gotta like how the areas change as the game progresses. Like this area was all slimy, gross, and now like the trees glowing, the water's all nice and clean. Nice little touch. Metroid Prime is a very different type of FPS game. I respect it. I like it like that. It's a unique experience that I don't get. God, that armor is so cool. Come on, that is awesome looking armor. Again, I'm a Halo kid, and I love a game that has a good variety, like a good set, like a good armor set, like with various types of armor. Like after playing, you know, Halo 3 and Halo Reach, all the various armor customizations you could have. I love a game that has good space armor. Because I'm 12, and I like that, because it is cool. Yeah. I love the double jump, though. It just being able to, like, cross entire rooms. Yeah, Metroid Prime. Like, it should mean something when I say, like, I don't have... I guess I kind of have an attachment to, like, Prime Hunters, because I played a lot of that as a kid. But I never played any of the original Prime games. So it should mean something when I say, like, it's genuinely good. Like, it genuinely has me interested. I don't even remember this next room that we're coming up on. And I have no idea why that one door hasn't been explored. Let's see. Okay, this room. Oh, okay, now I think I figured out why this door hasn't been explored. Let's see if I can figure out how to get through here. Otherwise, I have no idea where else I'm going. Some frog is there. No, I don't want to go through that area. Yeah, I should mention I've played through a bit of this game before, also on an emulator. But it's been long enough to the point where I've kind of forgotten how I got through here. I just need to find like those spider rails, like just being able, those magnetized rails. I guess not. I guess I can't get through here then. I have to somehow get rid of the water, maybe? Oh! Hader. I have all this, you know, thermal vision that I haven't been using at all. Alright, how do I get back up? I guess this isn't helpful. I was expecting to see, like, power lines and stuff. I guess not. No. I guess not. Maybe? Where's that frog gonna launch me if I... Yeah, how do I get into there? I want to get into there. What if I go into that frog? What is he gonna do? He's got to shoot me out somewhere. Alright, let's do that again. Oh, this whole room was... I never even... Okay. I'm such an idiot. I had no idea you could do that. Why am I so stupid? So yeah, Prime was clearly not made for kids like me at the time. Oh god, there's a timer. Uh-oh. Oh, I missed it. I was supposed to go through that hole, wasn't I? Look, this, This hole. Alright. No problem. I'll just wait. Here we go. Now we finally got our hint. Oh, okay. So it is... We gotta go further on. Come on. I'm waiting. I don't want to start now that the timer's already gone. I want to retry it. There we go. I think I would have liked to have grown up with this game. I don't feel like I don't necessarily feel I missed out. Kind of. Like I guess some like I definitely feel I missed out on just the 6th generation in general. Just because of my age. Like I was, you know, I'm a youngin', so I never got to like experience it as an adult, which I would have loved to. I think I would have really enjoyed this the 6th generation. Although in fairness, I can still enjoy it now, and I can enjoy it more than I would have as a kid. I get to play it on modern hardware. But it would have been fun to have grown up with this. There we go. That's more like it. Uh-oh. I just heard like a crunching sound. My headphones. I hope that wasn't like a bad guy. I guess not. Oh. Platforming. I think I mentioned in my Turok episode that I didn't mind platforming. But now I'm looking now it's embarrassing just me failing all these simple jumps. Oh god. There is this. Alright, so where? Is this where I get the ice beam? Because I think it is. Not sure if which one I should have gone through. I probably should have gone through the upper one. That upper track. Oh, here we go. This isn't bad. Energy tank. Yeah, 6th generation, that was probably like... When I think of games that I would have loved to have experienced, it probably would have been 6th generation. Because, I mean, I was around for the 7th generation, obviously. Oh, that's how... Okay. That's how we're playing things game. But... Like, I was too young to be around at the time. God, okay, is this... This gonna be a, you know, a DSP moment? Also, I should mention, these morph ball controls are very awkward on PC with just keyboard buttons. Forget how easy it is with just an analog stick. That's all I'm saying. Oh, those bricks are annoying. Alright, okay, now I know where we are. God, I'm gonna have to go back through that dark room, aren't I? Now with the ice beam. Oh, I should have done this from the beginning. Alright, no, I guess I didn't have the spider ball, so I couldn't have. Yeah, this area. I like the music though, which is very ominous. This is what, when I think of Metroid, this is what I think of. Like, figuring out your way through a puzzle in a creepy, you know, ambient temple. I turned up the volume again. Hopefully it sounds a little better. Or it doesn't sound, or now maybe it sounds worse. Who knows? I don't. Area does look pretty cool though. Out of scanning range. I don't need the... Gosh, like, you know, back in the day when developers had to, you know, lighting was still static, so you had to add in fake light beams. But it looks cool. It holds up. Metroid Prime is a great example. I've mentioned before, like, learning new game developers should take lessons from the pros and how they do their game design. Um, and just in like level detail, like these corridors. Like look how detailed this whole area is, how detailed these walls are, patterns and stuff. Like this is how you make a world. As opposed to just make like a linear corridor. Or even if it is a linear corridor, you turn like a hallway into something, you know, very atmospheric and very detailed. That's why, like, even as an adult, like Metroid Prime. Oh god. What? Oh god, this is the ghost. This is the ghost guy. Let me scan you. Alright, I forget how you defeat this guy. Only thing. X-ray scanning. Do we? I don't even have X-ray scanning. Vulnerable to natural energy types, fire, ice, and electricity. That's good to know. Alright, so I guess just use my regular beam. I do like my cursor turns red when he's in the area, even if he's invisible. I guess I can just use that instead. Alright. Now this area is like a weird puzzle. I get into his hands, and then I think he tosses me. 'Cause I don't know why, like, the Chozo would design fucking puzzle like this. I don't know what purpose it serves. And then what happened? I can turn... Something I can do, I can turn that. I can, like, rotate that, if I remember correctly. Might as well save. I'm worried if is the progress gonna reset when I save? I hope not. Okay, those guys are gonna spawn back in. Why don't you pick up Metroid Dread? Might as well. I mean, what other games are you gonna get on the Switch? Yeah, so this rotates. There's another thing you can rotate to, I'm pretty sure. But I think I need to unlock the other stuff. Come on, you big bird. It's just so funny to me. Like, look at this. He's like this big statue, and then he just kind of tosses you. It's silly and goofy, but in a good way. I like how it doesn't care that it's a video game, and it embraces that. Nice little touch. I'm eventually gonna get the ice beam, right? Oh god, these guys. Brain shut off is holding mate. Water level. That was red, so that's like critical information or something. Do I have to destroy this? Maybe? Fractures detected, okay. Okay, I guess I don't have any of the tools required for that yet. Oh, maybe. What if I do the, Because I remember there's a whole thing where... Yeah, telluric alloy. There's like a whole thing where all different types of alloys require different, beam weapons to open. So I don't know. I just know I have to get one of these guys. I'm gonna have to break it at some point. Can I just bomb it? I guess that worked. Because, yeah, I'm going to need to use this ramp. A morph ball ramp into one of these dudes' mouths. It's going to be gross, but hey, they got to do it. Come on, dude. There we go. Toss me. How do I... Wait a minute. Why didn't he toss me all the way then? Isn't that what they're supposed to do? Oh, never mind. I guess I'm just supposed to use the ramp to get all the way up there. I totally thought these guys shot you out. I don't know why I misremembered that. Alright, once again, the weird morph ball controls make themselves evident on PC. I've never gotten the hang of the boost. I feel like... There we go. So I have to use it right before I go up. I'm not even at the right spot. Alright, I'm going to have to kill this guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Frog. You know how things are. I do like Samus as a character. Just... I think her character is good enough. Like, you just need stoic. Like, quiet and stoic. And already, you know, she's better than most video game protagonists. Oh, is this the ice beam already? Just hiding in this little temple over here? There we go. Because, like, just in Metroid Prime 1, in this game alone, I like Samus more than I like many other protagonists, just because she's silent, and she's not, like, constantly talking. Like, she's silent and stoic, because she's probably just, like, thinking things through. Like, that's why she's quiet. She has no one to talk to. But why would she even talk? I don't think any game should give her a voice, though. I think she's good as a silent protagonist. I think the idea of making... There's a weird, like, hate people have for silent protagonists. I don't get it. I think I would much prefer a silent protagonist. I just think they work better. They're more immersive. They're easy to project yourself into. The Doom guy is a great example. The Gordon Freeman is a great example. So is Samus. And I mean, it worked. Like, Samus, like, she is genuinely, like, one of the most favorited characters. One of the most favorited Nintendo characters. And she doesn't even talk. Like, that goes to show just how easy it is to project yourself into her. I mean, it's just cool. Like, she's a cool character. So what? 2 elevator rooms? Should I go back to that other one? I'll try this one, and then I'll go back. I don't know where... I totally forgot where this is taking me, by the way. I guess I'll find out when I get there. Oh, back to the overworld. Okay, is this where I'm eventually going to have to go through that water bit? I know that's coming up. Yeah, there we go, that emulator. I don't know. I don't know what causes it. I don't know how close emulator nerds are to fixing it. But if you don't know, running an emulator requires, like, double or even triple the processing power to run hardware, to run like the equivalent of hardware. So this is like PS2, GameCube, Xbox original era. Like this is sixth generation hardware, the GameCube. And technically the Wii. I'm going to say the Wii is a very dated piece of hardware. Any low-budget PC would be able to run Wii games. But you give it... You try to emulate it, because you have to reproduce the... essentially the system state. So you have to essentially create a program that acts like an entirely different operating system and an entirely different piece of hardware, which requires way more processing power, which means that you lose pretty much like half or even triple, like half or 2/3 of the performance you'd normally get. I guess I have to go through the other side here. Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of this area is. Yeah, because I can't get anywhere. Actually, wait, I can go up there, I think? No, that's way up there. There's a door over there that I can't get to. There's a room in here. Like, it's worthless. Yeah. Yeah, emulation, it's always slow. Like, I think we've definitely nailed 8-bit and 32-bit, or what was it? It's 8-bit, 16-bit, and then 32-bit is what the Sega slogan was. They were always 32 bits compared to Nintendo. Like that we've gotten down. That's so easy to emulate. Like you can emulate that on like a Raspberry Pi. It's funny when Nintendo came out with their terrible SNES Classic, which they intentionally sold at like a ridiculous. They limited the amount of hardware they had available. So all these people were stuck, stuck with scalpers. And they gave it a limited release window, but when Nintendo was selling that, both NES and SNES Classics, or technically minis, a lot of people are just able to, make their own. All you need a little processor and a decent NES or SNES emulator, and you have your own SNES. Except it runs much better than an SNES because you can run it at HD if you want to. So that we've nailed perfectly. I think we're pretty good with the 5th generation, like with N64, PS1. That we're pretty good at. But like even just PS2, like this is very janky. Like we're still on our way to, improving it. I don't even know where I am now. But I'd say we're pretty good. Like I think we're close to having PS2 perfected, but even still, just the hardware required to run this. So my previous PC, I had a 1070, an NVIDIA GTX 1070, and even with that card, I could not run specifically this game emulated consistently. Oh god, I don't want to fall. I just fell, didn't I? Oh my god. Yep. The game just like slid me around. At least I can freeze these guys. That's pretty good. I don't get why I can't jump. Maybe I was supposed to fall down there. I don't think I needed to be up there. I hope not. I hate how these guys are able to like block my shots or dodge out of the way. I gotta use my wave beam. I think that's the best way to deal with these guys. But yeah, emulation, like, we have come a long way, and we're very close to having. Cause I know we have Wii U and Switch emulators. I don't know. I've never seen any PS3 or Xbox emulators. 360 emulators. I'm sure there are some out there. It's just I've never seen them in action working. I'd be very curious to see like how close we are to the state of that. Oh, this area. Okay. I don't know if I have to go all the way down. I think I might have to. There's other areas I should probably visit first, though, before I go down here. Should I? I'm curious. I forget if I should go down this area or if I should go back all the way where I came and get a get my gravity suit upgrade. I don't remember if it's down here or if it's further on. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna backtrack. I think, if I remember correct, I don't know if it's a waste. I don't know if this is a bad idea. It might be. Yeah, look how slow these projectiles are. This is not the weapon you want. Not the wave beam. Couple charged shots immediately kills them. Alright. So I saved. Did I save? Yeah, I think I saved. I'll find out. I guess I could... Nah, I'm not cheating. I was going to say I could use an emulator save state. I'm not doing that. Playing this game legit. I'm going to venture all the way back to the drifts. Pandera. I forget how you pronounce it. Yeah, Fendrana drifts. Backtrack all the way back there. Go through that area that I missed the first time. Oh god, those are mushrooms that are about to explode. Oh god. I don't want to save anywhere because if it's a bad idea, I'll just reset my save progress and go through that whole area again. Because I don't want to waste it. I just have to go down to the Magmore caverns, right? Yeah, alright, I'll go down that way. I guess I can just bypass these guys. Actually, I'll regain some health. That guy didn't drop anything. I'm curious what they can even do for Prime 4. I know... I find it funny that the, I forget his name. The guy who basically is responsible for Metroid. Where you can tell he doesn't like the game series. And I think he has a messed up version of what he wants Metroid to be versus what people like it as. The other M, it's interesting because it was a game that, on launch, fire at me, dude. Come on. It was a game that you look at it and at first you think like it has to be committee thinking. Like, oh, there's a game where, one guy had his vision, but Nintendo crushed it. It became this corporatized, weird mess that nobody liked. It's really the opposite. It was his entire brainchild. Like, it was all his game. Like, everything he wanted about it, he got his way. And he was asked, literally asked, like, if he could do it again, like redo it, would he? And he said no. He said it was perfect in his eyes, which means that that's what he wants Metroid to be. As far as I'm concerned, like, your vision of Metroid is garbage. And I think, this small little studio from, what are these? These guys are based in Austin, right? Retro Studios. I think they have a way better understanding of Metroid than you do. I would like to know like what he genuinely thinks of the Prime series. He's got to hate it, right? You got to hate the fact that a bunch of Americans made a way more popular game. Like Prime 1 is the best-selling Metroid game out of all of them. That's got to make him angry, at least a little bit. Go to Pandora Drift South. I can do north. Oh, that looks. Oh, there's a faster. I think I'll go south. I think that's where I'll go. So that is that way. So let's turn around this way. This whole mission might be for naught. Like I might have to reload my save if I can't. There's a whole underwater section. We have to fight like these annoying underwater enemies. And you don't have the gravity suit, I think, but I think you can get it beforehand. I'm still not sure about that. I'm like 70% sure that that is the case. How did that burn me? But yeah, I don't know. Like, if that guy's in charge of Metroid, like, who knows how it's going to turn out? Like, what the series is going to become. And you know, you can respect the guy. He made the franchise. He made it. But you can also argue that sometimes you know, initial creators aren't always the ones who understand their work the best. Or just understand what people want the best. Like, I think you've got to be a really, really good artist to think that you alone know what's best for like an art piece, like without having to get criticism. Like, you know, you've got to be like a Stanley Kubrick. I don't even think there's a good example like in gaming. Like, I don't think we have that of like just an auteur who knows best versus what, you know, consumers think, what the actual players think. Like, I was literally gonna say, I can't believe I was gonna fucking say it. I was gonna say John Romero, and then I just remembered his entire career after Quake, which was pretty much a failure. Although he did find, he found the studio, he founded a studio that would go on to make Deus Ex. So I guess he was. Okay, once again the volume seems too loud. I don't know if it's too quiet for you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm like guessing. Just trying to talk during these action scenes. But yeah, like John Romero came out with a Daikatana, which was just like an embarrassment because it was all hyped up too. He's John Romero and allegedly can't do any wrong. They came out with this really bad game, and it's like, okay, I guess at the end of the day, anybody can make crap. So I can't honestly. Oh no, never mind. I got to go the other way. I don't know what else John Romero's done since then. It was like he founded Ion Studios, I think it's called, right? Ion. That name sounds familiar. But it was I can't think of anything else they did. Like they made Deus Ex, I'm pretty sure. Tempted to say they made Deus Ex. Again, I'm not confident. But I can't think of anything else John Romero's done since then. Since his Daikatana failure. Like that's where the history of John Romero stops. And now he still exists, but he's just this, you know, this crabby old indie game designer. It's like he's like, I used to make Doom. It's like, okay, Mr. Romero, back to the retirement home. What do I break through here? Do I need a blast of heat? Okay, I think I need the plasma beam for that. It's gotta be. The plasma beam, that's like the lava. That's like the lava weapon. So I have the ice beam, the electric beam. I get the plasma beam. Get a bunch of branching paths, huh? Oh, this area. Okay, so this loops all the way back. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to go back in there. But it's nice to know that this leads out of there. I don't know if there's any... Were there any other rooms that I know there's other, like, ice rooms. I don't know if that was it, though. I want to say it was. I hope it was, because I don't want to have to backtrack through that entire area again. Don't know. I'll stick to this area then. Thank you very much. Wait. No, never mind. This way. Yeah, who knows? Like, you know, you can... I think just as an artist, you need to accept the fact that you're not perfect. Like, which is why, again, I always stress the importance of, if you're worried about something, just ask someone. Like, get a second input. Get a second opinion. When like commissioning stuff, like my model and even art, like I always have to like be frank with the guy, or guy or gal, whoever I'm talking to. Like, I have to be frank. Like, I'm not an artist. Like, I have no idea what's gonna work and what isn't. Versus you, like, you have way more experience. So you have to be honest with me and tell me, like, if you think this is gonna work. Alright, so I can't get to that door because I don't have the gravity powers yet. I don't know if this was a good idea, backtracking all the way back here. Might not have been. This might have been a mistake, but I'll find out sooner or later. So I didn't go through... Oh, I did. Okay. Oh, no, not that door. Alright, so I'm going to go through there. See what's down that way. So the gravity suit, it's going to let me jump in water. As if like I'm on land. Like, it's not going to be all floaty. It's going to let me access way more areas. I want to like farm some health from these guys. They do need it, but they aren't dropping anything. These guys actually might drop some stuff. Here we go. Here we go. I remember this area. Okay. God, look at this. Look how nice this looks. Relatively peaceful existence until we came along. Okay, so I need to grapple. Someone, what hit me? What is that thing? Hunter Metroid, okay. God. Okay, the game's giving me hints, even though I know exactly where to go. Those hints would have been... Oh boy. Oh, the freeze... Okay, the freeze gun seems to be the best bet. It literally freezes them. Oh, that's actually a good combo. Freeze gun and rockets. Okay, I'm pretty low on energy. Not low. I'm actually doing fine. It's just I'm not used to being this low. I'm used to being near perfect health. How do I get down there? Why is there a rocket down there that I can't access? There's that guy flying around. Oh, maybe. Okay, I see. Shoot that down? It looks like I should be able to shoot it down. It's exactly like I should be able to break it. Weak spot near its base. Do I need to... There we go. I have to use the super rocket, apparently. God, how many rockets do these things take? Is this supposed to be like this? Am I, like, dumb? I'm wasting so many rockets on these dumb rocks. I'm almost out of rockets. Weak spot near its base. There we go. I don't know why. Am I just aiming wrong? Like, am I aiming at the wrong spot? Alright, so one of these areas leads to there. I'll go with this area first. Actually, I'll do the other one. It's... I don't know if I want to deal with more balls. I need more rockets, though. I need to farm some enemies for that. Oh, that's just a save point. Okay, that's not too bad. This area does look beautiful, though. 2002, year after Halo Combat Evolved. This is on par with Halo. I don't know what they did in the Wii remastered though. So I don't know if this is new. So this would technically be like 2008 then. 2002 game remastered for the Wii. I think it was 2008. It came out after Prime 3 because it was the Prime trilogy. Prime 3 was 2007. I like that lighting though. Look at that. I don't know. Either way, it holds up. It's a very pretty looking game. All these dinguses. Yeah, just like the designs of these rooms. The walls, just there's so much detail and clutter. Like it looks great. Like from a level designer's perspective. It's kind of why I hope Prime 4 goes back to Prime 1's formula. I've played Prime 2. I think the level design in that is a lot less interesting than Prime 1. All Prime 4 needs to be, it just has to be like Prime 1 again. Like you're set on a planet by yourself and you're just exploring a huge map. That's all you need. You don't need cutscenes or a story or a bunch of characters. You just need good world to explore. Alright, am I gonna have the same trouble with these, So that was one shot. That was one shot too. So what was going on in that last room? Uh-oh. Same thing again. Why the hell are these so finicky? Oh, these things keep hitting me. Some birds. Or whatever they are. These like teleporting bugs. Hello, fairy type. You knew I was talking about Dobson. I was. Dobson has a history with Metroid. And I had to talk about his terrible, terrible tastes in video games. Yeah, I wish more people would talk about Dobson. I don't think he... Because to me, he's as interesting as Chris Chan. And I don't think people recognize his genius. I say his genius, his embarrassment. Although, unlike Chris Chan, Dobson knew when to quit the internet, because that's what he's done. Got these tentacle monsters. Oh god, I want to get out of here. I don't want to be here. Just want my gravity suit. That's all I'm here for. Well, Chris Chan, he has mental illness. That's the ultimate difference between him and... I don't think Dobson is mentally ill. I think he's just an egotistical jackass. It's sad how it took this long for anything to be done, though, about Chris Chan. Like, there should have been, like, mental health treatment from day one that Chris Chan never got. There we go. There's gravity suit. And now we're blue, apparently. Yeah, if they do Prime 4, I want the suits to look unique. Instead of just different colors. There we go. And I can jump regularly. How cool this is. They were old. They were unusually old. I think when Chris Chan was born. What was the story? The dad tried to run someone over with his car. He tried to run over the game store owner or the game store patron. God, these guys are crazy. What is this? Was it his mom? Okay. So I remember the original post was some guy who knew Chris Chan from like a tabletop board game store. And for whatever reason, they were able to find out, or they suspected it was the owner. They traced it back to the game store, but they weren't that thorough, which I find kind of funny. But that's insane. It's all the stories. I need to catch up more on my Christery. But then what's the news story going on with the woman who coerced him into doing all this stuff? Like that really creepy girl who like, what was it, boiled hamsters alive? I follow Sophia Narwitz on Twitter. And she posted a picture of this woman, and she looked like just this blank, dead expression. Because she's done horrible stuff. Like apparently, like she made, what was it? She bought a cat and overfed it just to make it defecate because she liked that. And it's just like this creepy, It's just this picture of this woman, and she looks so soulless. Especially when you know what she's done. Encouraged, yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, no doubt, like, Chris Chan did those things. And that's... Like, you can't ultimately blame someone, but it's like, you can definitely argue for the fact that, that woman, like, absolutely coerced Chris Chan into doing that stuff. Oedipal conflict. Jeez. I don't know. I guess I don't know the full Chris Chan story. All I know is that he's entered the normie sphere. And that is fucking bizarre to me. That, like, my fucking mom asked me who Chris Chan was. Honestly, I'm just sad, like, all the Chris Chan documentaries now, like, are now probably going to be put to an end. Like, where do you go from there? Alright, where do I go now? Do I go back to... I guess I have to go back to the Magmore Caverns. Is there anywhere else I can visit? God, this map is... I've already, like, lost track of where I've been here. YouTube personality. Yeah, he really wasn't, was he? I mean, he posted some stuff to YouTube. They need to be polite and address Chris Chan as webcomic artist or just artist. Comic artist. Oh, that would have been so nice. Just address him as comic artist, comic book creator. Or just lol cow. Yeah. Look, there was a room a secret path that I could get to. I think it wasn't the research lab. Like a temple area, I want to say. I don't remember. Is where was it this area? I don't even know anymore. I'm just lost. I'm like trying to recollect where I was before. Okay. Andy, where were you? So you... that's the old part. It's in this area somewhere. Right? Right. Hunting Cave. Is that where I fought the rock monster? Gotta be, right? Ruined courtyard. No, that's where... Okay, so that's... Courtyard. Okay, I'm totally lost. Under Cave. Is that maybe where I was? No, that's where I just was, right? I don't know. I don't know anymore. My life is just... This is my life right now. This giant maze. I don't know if I've been to places before. I probably have. God knows if I remember, though. Yeah, it was definitely this area. This is where I fought the rock monster. I must sound insane to people who have no idea what's happening. That's the research area. But no, there's a temple somewhere. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong region. I might be. Honestly, I might be mistaking. Was it Chozo Ruins? Is that it? It might have been. Might have been Chozo Ruins. I don't remember. It was with the statue, and he threw me like a ball. And it was very weird. I think it was this room. All the Elders, maybe? Sounds kind of right. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My life is just crumbling around me. I'm just gonna go to the elevator. I'm gonna get out of this godforsaken hellhole. I'm here playing Metroid talking about Chris Chan and Andrew Dobson. Really? I don't know. That whole area up there, I can't... I could probably just double jump across. I don't want to risk it. I bomb jump there. I think bomb jump there, maybe? Yeah, okay. I wish I could see myself, but... I guess that'd be too convenient. Almost walked off the ledge. Poor Chris Chan. It's funny, like, a year ago, everyone loved Chris Chan, and now... Thanks to the... Now no one likes Chris Chan. To the point where, like, people are questioning Kiwi Farms and their role in this. I think is kind of funny. Oh. Was this the right room? I feel like it was. I think I went past... Should I go back to the elevator room? Should I keep... I don't like how this guy is wandering around. That's kind of annoying. I don't like how they respawn a boss. Alright, I'm going the other way. I don't need to fight that guy again. I don't really like the colors of that suit. I like the orange with the green lights. I think that's the best. The, was it the Vera suit? I have to find my way back. Oh, an overworld. There. Okay. Just the way I came then. Oh, always miss it. I hate how they do the suicide, the kamikaze attack. Alright, so I gotta go... Wait. Oh, I can actually go this way now. Oh, I have the ice beam. I didn't even think about that. Did I try this? I've already been here. It's not on the map. Oh, that's right. Yeah, of course I already tried this. That whole area is just blocking my way. I don't like how it locks me on to the wrong enemy that I'm not looking at. It's almost like this game wasn't meant for PC. The controls. I don't know. It still feels pretty good, like keyboard and mouse. It's astonishing how good the game plays when you realize like this isn't meant to be played on keyboard and mouse. Like it's meant to be played with a freaking Wii remote. Wait a minute. Oh, I guess I can't get up there. Backtrack eventually. It's becoming very disconcerting just how many pathways I have to come back to. I just realized like I'm gonna be here for a long time. Now I'm just thinking of Andrew Dobson again. God, I could talk about him all day. Like I said, read that Tumblr. Hypocrisy of Andrew Dobson. He is a fascinating individual. I think he's not as crazy as Chris Chan, but he is very interesting. I love like character studies, like figuring out why a person thinks the way they do. And Dobson is like the best example of just how that like can form in a brain. I've mentioned this with Fairy Type before, but I think Dobson had a crush on a girl. That girl left him for like a jock to. I say left him. Dobson had a crush on a girl, and the girl just dated another guy, and Dobson took that personally. So, I mean, let's be fair. He was like a, not to be mean, he was a fat nerd in high school. And allegedly the guy that she went with, he was a jock at least, and people have speculated that they were also probably blonde, because Dobson hates blonde people, like with an irrational, legit hatred. And it is so funny to me, but it makes so much sense. And I love that. I just want to dissect his mind, like, because we don't know much about him, like his childhood, and I'd love to know what made him the way he is. Because unlike Chris Chan, Dobson isn't mentally ill. Like, he can be any one of us. Like, we can be a Dobson, as opposed to like a Chris Chan, which you need to, have probably be on the spectrum, even be close to. I think that's why I find Dobson so fascinating. But I mentioned the hypocrisy of Andrew Dobson Tumblr. There's also a Tumblr of how not to be Dobson. It's a legit fear that artists have. Like, am I becoming Dobson? Am I becoming too egotistical? Am I pushing people away? So I find that fascinating. But I think I'm the only person in 2021 who cares about Andrew Dobson. He's just a fascinating individual. How do I just jump on here? I will say, I think Prime 3 had the best bounty hunter ship. Like, the coolest looking ship. I mean, that ship. I mean, it's cool, but it's just kind of like, it's also really small. Like, I don't know how Samus is supposed to fit in there. Where? Over here. This is where the water is. Okay. The frigate crash site. Right? Supposed to go? I don't see any other path. I love the atmosphere of this game, though. Like, just this whole area. Like, this is the perfect game to play on just a Friday night. Again, I would have loved to have grown up with this game. But I never had a GameCube. his body go, like when flying. Alright. See, now I can jump underwater. Although I have to deal with these, like, squid-looking dudes. It's funny, like, the level design, they have to make it in such a way to force you to have certain upgrades unlocked. But they have it, like, in... I don't know, it's very charming, like, how simple the level design is. Like, it's designed in such a way that you have to get through that little area just so you can jump up back here. Otherwise, you have to backtrack all the way around to get up on this cliff. I don't know. It's very charming, like just old school level design. Okay, this is where I was before. If everyone remembers, like an hour ago. But when I originally played this the first time, I went down here without the gravity suit, entirely on my own accord, and I wasn't supposed to. This whole area was just a sluggish mess for me. At least the underwater parts, which you'll see was most of this area. Oh god. Oh god. I wish I could dodge these projectiles. Hey, thanks for dropping any health. And get through this loading screen. Any day now? Any day? Oh wait, that's right. I gotta use my wave beam. Oh, I'm just realizing this is this is the frigate, right? That we were looking at before. Annoying crabs or whatever they are. Am I right? Is this the same ship that we were on at the beginning? It looks the same. I don't think if it is, I don't think I realized that at all. Is this the same ship? It's a frigate crash site. I didn't know it was a frigate. It's not the same ship, is it? Like the one at the beginning in the intro that I showed off 2 weeks ago in the first stream. This is not the same ship, is it? If it is, that's really cool. I had no idea. I thought it was a completely different, like, underwater structure. But yeah, I guess in the beginning that ship did crash. I didn't know it crashed, like it actually crashed. I thought it like just blew up. Yeah, when I first came down here, I didn't have the gravity suit, so I wasn't able to like jump around. Floats away. I don't know. I don't think it's the same ship, is it? It looks too old. Like, look, you can see like all the sand at the bottom, like it's all settled. I guess the electricity still works though. Oh, that's right. Okay. I see how you want this game. So you gotta collect all these dumb points. You gotta remember, at the end of the day, it's a puzzle game. It's pretty surprising how natural, like, Metroid fits into first person. Like, when this game came out, it was just, you know, simple 2D SNES game. It's nice being able, Cool to see it translate really well. I forget what came first. I knew Retro Studio at the time. They were working on like a different game. They were just working on the engine that would be used for this. And then I want to say Miyamoto approached them about making a Metroid game. Or if it was the other way around, I forget. And it kind of just clicked for them. Like, oh yeah, we should, you know, we could be able to make... We could make like a Metroid game. First person. How do I get in there? How do I get in there? I can't tell what's breakable and what isn't. There we go. Look at that energy now. Look at that. 5 tanks. I think I got all the ones down there. You have to... We reached the point in the game where you have to like hit all these buttons just to open the next door. Nope, not enough. There we go. Ah, this game does look pretty cool though. Like graphics wise, it does hold up. I know I've said that like a million times, but look at that color, like the lighting too. I'm just like showing off the game. And these turrets are bugging the shit out of me. Do they not even die to ice? I'm guessing. I'm like thinking back, I should probably stop talking about lol cows on these streams. I don't know if that's the appropriate thing to talk about on Twitch. Fun to talk about them, but I don't know. Especially with Chris Chan, it's like a dark topic. What are these things? What am I even shooting at? What are you, dude? Canoid Aquadrone. Wow. Very dramatic death. I think this is, yeah. This was the ship I was on. I remember this room. I remember that guy. The tank. That is... I had no idea this was the same ship. This is like a revelation to me right now. The ship that we were on that crashed. That is cool. Okay. We need 3. There's one over there. That's above the water. It's a cool touch. I like that. Like revisiting this ship. I'm gonna bring it up. Halo did that. That's one thing I love about it. Combat Evolved is like you start off on the Pillar of Autumn, this awesome human ship, and then the last level in the game. It's the very first level, right as it's being attacked, and the very last level, it's in complete, disrepair. And I love. I guess I'm just gushing about Halo. The name of the level, or the chapter title, they called it like "In the Horse You Rode In On." It's just a good like tie back to the way the game started. Halo 1 reused a bunch of areas in their level designs. Like there was a lot of backtracking and going through the same areas again. Although that particular level works. That works. And it works thematically too. I don't know. I like that. I think it's cool. That whole cutscene too. Like, because at the beginning you see this awesome ship and it's huge, and it's empowering and it's awesome, and then at the end you see it's all rusted and just kind of decayed, laying on like a cliffside. Right before you have to go into it. Halo 1's a good game. I'd stream Halo 1, but I've played it so many times it honestly wouldn't be entertaining. I saw some of the scan. There it is. Door has no power. Okay, never mind. Guess we need these things. I don't know how you get over there. There we go. And I'm actually starting to get tired. I just realized that. And usually I'm able to stay up pretty late, but like, gosh. I feel like I'm like becoming like an old man. Like I'm going to bed at like a reasonable hour. What is that? Going to bed at like 12:30. What is wrong with me? Yeah, it is sad fairy type. I know you can stay up till like 5 in the morning. All thanks to, I guess normally I'm able to stay up like really late on weekends, but I guess just, weekdays. Oh, this section. Okay, this might be where I start to embarrass myself. Oh no. Oh god. There we go. Okay, for the sake of it, I have to try to get up there. 3 a.m. Yeah, it's almost 12:30 for me here. Okay, is this where I start to embarrass myself on stream? I have to find a way to get it all the way up. Oh, look at that. That was, I thought it was going to take me way more attempts to try to get that. Guess not. I guess I'm just a pro gamer. Come on. I'm right on the ledge. Come on. Oh, just let me up. There we go. I don't even know where I am right now. Deep in the... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm back here. What? How did I... What? How did I get here? I like looped all the way back to this area now. Okay, so this is a very elaborate way just to get underground and get into this area. Is that the entire point of that? It was, wasn't it? I missed. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna miss that jump. At least there's no fall damage. It's the I don't know. I think I appreciate games that don't have fall damage. Doom 2016. Does Doom Eternal not have fall damage? I hope it doesn't. So we were up there. Yeah, okay, so we were kind of roaming around up there before. Yeah, there was that elevator. Okay, so that'll take us to Chozo Ruins. I want to go through this door, though. Oh god, this is the radiation. Okay. I don't think radiation looks quite like that. I've never been to Chernobyl. I don't think it's like these purple orbs. Alright, so okay, this area. Okay, so I think this is what this is right around where I think I quit the game on my last attempt. I think this was my least favorite area. And I think you'll figure out why pretty quickly. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Bazon Mines. It's just this kind of grimy, like, industrial area. So I've only played a little bit of Prime 2, but this is pretty much all Prime 2. Like, it's this gritty, like, grimy levels. I mean, I shouldn't say it. Like, Prime 2 has some, you know, does have, like, variation in its level design, but it's like, these are the colors that I remember from that game. Just brown and gray. I'm actually shocked at how fast it took to get through this. Like I'm almost like at 6 hours in playthrough for this game. I played this before and I thought it took so long to get to this section. But it's blowing my mind how quick it is to get through this game. I guess I know kind of what I'm doing. I'm a little faster. Okay, I need the right weapon here. Missed that jump. This area actually kind of reminds me of Quake now that I'm looking at it, or like Unreal Engine or something, or sorry, Unreal or just Unreal, like the original game, like Unreal Gold. What did it even say? Screen controls are functional but require power. Okay. Need a blast of electrical power, right? I don't know where. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I think that's why this area just doesn't impress me, is because I've seen so many other FPS games implement something just like this, like level design just like this. Like these low poly lift faces I've seen a million times in other games. I think that's kind of why it just bores me. Like, I've seen this in Quake, I've seen this, you know, in Unreal. There we go. I forget how many missiles I need. I think it's like 60, right? For that one area. At 50. No, 80. Never mind. I'm way off. I need like 80 missiles. I guess I haven't even shown it on stream. It's basically like you have to destroy a bunch of pieces of rubble, like these pillars. And you have to do it once, because once you leave the room and come back, the whole thing resets. And you need to like fire 5 missiles per pillar. And there's like, what is there? There's like 20 pillars, I think. No, not 20. That's too many. Or like it's like I forget. It's a lot. That's all I know. Maybe I guess it'd be 16 or something. But close to it. Where am I going? Do I have to go? I don't know how to get to that door. Alright, honestly, I think at this point I'm going to probably look for a save point. Oh, speak of the devil. And then I think 3-hour stream, I think I might just call it a night, you guys. Metroid Prime is a surprisingly relaxing game. Which is why I think I'm able to just drone on and on about like inane subjects. But yeah, I think I'll call it a night. Yeah, that was a fun stream. I hadn't played the game in like 2 weeks, so it was nice getting back to it. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Fairy Type. Um, although you've been watching earlier, you just haven't chatted. Yeah, I don't know when I'll play Prime again. Might be like a weekly thing, honestly. I want to see if I can beat it on stream. Although if I do it every other week, that just means I don't have room for other games. So yeah, I'll stream again tomorrow, playing some Turok, and then I'm still chatting with the uh the other people that I've collabed with, like with Valiant and then um Cass and that whole gang. So I don't know if we're ever gonna try to do another Minecraft SMP stream. We might. Although it's been a few weeks and I haven't heard any word. So who knows? But yeah, good night everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Stream again same time tomorrow night, maybe. If I'm not too tired. Hopefully I'm not. I was pretty tired for this, but I wanted to stream anyways. This is my way to detox. Yeah, good night everybody. Have a good Saturday. I will see you tomorrow.